Hey everyone, Happy New Year. I'm Jules Wilson. Welcome to Discover the OC. I'm your host and realtor with 7 Gables Real Estate. And listen, it took me a while to get a personal audience with Mike Hickman. All joking aside, now Mike Hickman is the CEO of 7 Gables Real Estate. And the reason I wanted to have him on with me today is 7 Gables was recently awarded the top workplace in Orange County for what, the 8th or 9th year in a row, Mike?
For the 9th year in a row.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh my God, it's incredible. Thank you for coming. Now listen, a lot of people don't understand, myself included, what does it mean and how do you get to be the top workplace? Is it just kind of check out I filled out a little survey, of course, but do people just fill out a checkbox, or how really, I hate to say this, but how meaningful is the award, Mike, truly?
To me, the reward is very meaningful. And here's why, because it represents our culture. It represents kind of the operating system, if you will, in other terms, that we put in place at 7 Gables, that when the company was founded, the founders put in place, that I've carried on in their place. And I think I'm really proud of that. And I think what we've created is an operating system where people can have their best version of themselves, live up to their potential, education-wise and other things. But how that really works with the Top Workplace Award is you can enter into being a top workplace with Orange County Register.
Okay.
Anybody can do it.
Okay.
So we do it because I use it as a benchmark to make sure that we're doing our job internally with our team and
That's a
everybody
good way
that
of
works
looking
here.
at it, because when they're filling it out, they're filling.
I want to know how we're doing.
Great idea.
Because it really starts to show up. Right? So there is a third-party company that the Orange County Register hires.
Okay.
And that third-party company then sends a survey out to our agents and our employees. And anybody can answer, and we had a really good response rate. And then that third-party company looks at all 146 companies that entered. And decides, are you in the small, medium, or large class? We happen to be in the large class. So, for example, the runner-up to us this year, #2 spot, was Experian. You may have heard of that company.
You beat out Experian?
We did.
I didn't even realize that. That's incredible.
I know, isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
And while it's not a production award, like you produce so much, what it is reflective of, I think more than anything, is a relationship award. How our relationship is with the people that trust us with their careers. That's so important to me and everybody in our management team. How much heart we put into the business, as well as the finer points of execution, all of those things that are transactional. Those are critical and important. But the more important piece is what starts with relationships.
Yes.
That's always been our motto.
Yes. Well, one thing, now think about this, top workplace in Orange County. That's incredible. So I know we fill out, it's a narrative, it's not just a checkbox, right?
Correct.
So does this third party actually read all these companies' submissions?
They read them all.
Wow.
They read them all, they garner them together, they gather them up, they gather them up, okay? They create what they think is a logical order of who's number 1, 2, 3, 4, etc.
Wow.
Who's an honorable mention, and then all the other companies, they just get mentioned on the screen. But what was really cool about this third-party company has selected us 2 years in a row. That's 2 years in a row. I mean,
from the same individual company.
I was completely floored.
Wow.
#1 large company in all of Orange County, and we beat Experian 2 years in a row.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Not that I have anything against Experian, but it was fun to do that.
Yeah,
right?
because they're huge. Yeah.
And I think a third-party company is looking at all the responses that came from our employees and agents, and they check to make sure that there's no duplicity in anything that's taking place. Nobody can fake and try to get 10 entries. You can't do that because there's a unique URL that comes with each individual survey that goes to each person in the company.
Wow.
So they look at that and they say, okay, who is shining above all the others?
Wow.
And then rank them. And so I was completely floored that night. And when I walked up to the front of the room to receive the award, I was thinking, what am I going to say when there's about 500 or 600 people in the room? I'm thinking, what am I going to say? And it just came out. It's like...
What did you say?
I said, it's because of all you that we're here.
Yeah.
We're all in this business community together.
Yeah.
And each one of us help each other with their businesses. And each one of us is helping us grow each other's business. And it's an honor and a privilege to even be named among so many companies that I know in the room today. Optima Tax Relief and so on and so forth, another example.
Wow.
And... God, I was just floored.
Well,
and thanked our team and everybody.
Well, right now, I know you said several years you've won this award. Right now, I've been with 7 Gables for a little over 4 years now, and something just hit me, Mike. I know that you are, you're always very growth mindset oriented, and you're not okay with mediocre. You're just not. And every year I can honestly say I've been here, Seven Gables has been caused me to grow. Both professionally, personally, mindset. In fact, not to brag, but I got the Growth Mindset Award 1 year, right?
You did.
I'm
That's right.
handing that to you, and of course, Diane, my manager. But one thing I love is I think every time you've won this award, Mike, I think whether you realize it or not, it has inspired you and your team to continue to grow and make it an even better workplace for us. Because you're not okay with status quo. If there's one thing I know about you, that's
I'm not. I'm really not. And I think a lot of people say that, though. And it's, a lot of people say that. A lot of people, that's their motto. A lot of people think it. But that's been the motto of the company, and it meshed with my motto too. Many, many, many years ago when I started at Seven Gables, that's what made it outstanding. The founders did a great job of providing a clear vision of where they wanted the company to go,
Right.
and they were outstanding at doing that. And I took that and then took it further,
Yeah.
and continued to elevate that into the future.
Yeah.
And that's how I see it. And I'm very fortunate and grateful to several people that enlightened me, like Tom Ferry, Mike Staver, people like that I consider dear friends that I just admire so much, that have helped us grow this company and put it in its place where it is today.
Well, I think one thing I have to say to everyone about working for Seven Gables, and I know you've talked to Tom Ferry, or you guys have talked about this as well. We're not really focused on being real estate agents. We're just not. And that's one thing I love about Seven Gables.
Yeah.
We're real estate agents, true.
Right.
We're here to serve
Right.
people and buy and sell real estate for them, with them, et cetera. But it's you encourage us to run this like it's our own business.
Oh, of course.
That's and
It is your business within our business.
That's what I'm saying. So I always feel empowered that even though, of course, I'm under Seven Gables, I'm part of the team, I feel like I'm running my own real estate empire.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm trying to
I
say?
do. I know exactly
And
what you
of
mean.
course, the mindset is to serve first, and the business comes. And that's one thing I've always loved about you, Mike. It's not about the dollar first, it's about the client first, and the business comes. And I know that sounds cliche too, but it's truthful.
It
You're
does.
so service-minded, oriented, and community, and people feel it.
I think cliche is a proper word for that. The situation, though, is that if you do things right, no matter what it is, and whether it's sports, whether it's business, whether it's medicine, if you do it right, the byproduct of that is profitability.
Right.
It's like Nick Saban said. Now, he lost the other day in the big game, right? But the one time he did win the championship a couple years ago, I remember him saying on air, they asked him, what was your key to success? He said, all we did was focus on the process,
Yeah.
and the outcome took care of itself.
Yes.
And that's one of our mottos.
Yeah.
Taking it a step further in our discussion.
Yeah.
But that's true.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Well, right, and I love the feeling that we're running our own business. However, I feel like I'm part of a team.
Right.
We're all a team. We're not solo realtors just trying to go out there willy-nilly. And the other thing I love about you, Mike, a lot of people don't know this, is the coaching. The coaching that's offered here at Seven Gables. Of course, you're my business coach. And it's good because it's accountability, but it's also kind of like okay, I just saw that film, Boys in the Boat. The Boys in the Boat.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God, okay.
Is it great?
So, yes, that coach reminded me of you. And the coxswain is Diane. You're the main coach, kind of telling us and inspiring us.
The grumpy guy?
No, he's actually really nice.
Oh, is he? Okay.
And then the coxswain's the guy, come on, you can do it. Let's go. Stay with the plan. That's how it kind of feels here.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about rowing other than my son rows, but you know what I'm trying to say?
I get you.
So it's that whole, we're together, we're inspiring you, but we're here to serve. So Mike, I had to bring you on because I just think that's so amazing that you received it again, but we all feel like we're there with you, and a lot of it is what you offer your agents here and your employees at Seven Gables Real Estate. We're not the Lone Rangers. We're all riding together, rowing together, whatever it might be. And it's just, listen, we all have down days. We can always be kind of like, overwhelmed or disenchanted or whatever, but keeping the eye on the prize, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So
Connection's key.
Connection is key.
Execution, things like that, words like that really matter. The connection's key, and that's part of relationships, right?
Right.
And I think the world has shifted to more relationships than just purely transactional.
Yeah.
Maybe it was prior to the pandemic, but after the pandemic, I think people really crave relationships and connectivity. And that's one of the things we do really, really well.
Yeah.
At least we try to do it really, really well.
Of course, yeah.
Of course,
Relationships is everything,
Exactly.
for
It
sure,
is.
no matter what
It
you're
is.
talking about.
For sure.
Well, once again, thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to bring Mike
You're
Hickman on
welcome.
today. I am privileged to be working with Seven Gables, and once again, now the award of the top workplace in Orange County. So for any of your real estate needs, please give me a call. And I'm just here to serve you and do what's right. I got Mike Hickman by me, so we're all good. Thank you for coming on, Mike.
Thanks, Jules. It's a pleasure.